guest check-in is the most stressful time for your guests. So you gotta make sure that you nail this for them. You gotta set the expectations right when they confirm their booking.
Let them know as the host that you've got them. Hey, we know that check-in can be stressful, but we are gonna put you at ease from the beginning, and it starts right when the booking is confirmed.
Remember, most people, if they've gone to hotels their whole life, they know exactly what to do. They're gonna pull in, they're gonna walk in, there's gonna be a front desk, there's gonna be someone to help them. They know they're not gonna have that at the short-term rental at your Airbnb, so you
guest books. You can make this automated, and you can do an automation with Heart. It doesn't have to be this cold thing, but you can automatically send a guest a message whether you're utilizing just Airbnb or if you have a property management software. And right off the bat, you can say, hey, your check-in date is this date, and we have your checkout date as this date. You're asking me, like, why do I reiterate that? Because we've had it where some guests accidentally book the wrong dates by a day or two off. So it's always good to reiterate that, and yes, you can automate that. And then you can also set the expectation of, here is when I will send you your full check-in instructions, whether that's 4 days out, 1 week out, whatever you're gonna do in the future, let them know now as soon as they book, so you can set those expectations of when they're gonna get the information that they'd like. You can also open it up to, if you have any questions between now and receiving your instructions, don't hesitate to reach out. Let them know that, like, you're on top of your stuff, you're on top of your game. Something else we include in our after they book message is early check-in and late checkout. So guests always ask that, like, a week before they arrive, the day before they arrive. And so we like to set the expectation of reminding them that we're not a hotel and we don't have, they're booked in room 301 and we could just put them in 303 if it's not a big deal. No, we're not sure how the guest is going to leave a space, and so therefore we can't answer early check-in requests until the day of. But if you check in with us at noon that day, we can let you know about it. But early check-in, late check-out, the dates of their stay, and when you'll be sending more detailed information like their check-in code and specific arrival instructions will come to you 4 days before your arrival, 3 days before your arrival, a week before your arrival, whatever you want to do.
This is our secret sauce, so please listen closely here. This is our pre-arrival inspection. This happens after the turnover, after the cleaning is complete. So many hosts get this wrong. They think the cleaner leaves, shut the door, I'm ready for check-in. Wrong. There needs to be a final walkthrough and a whole other inspection before the guest checks in.
Yeah, so you can think of the inspection process, yes, as doing the detail work that shouldn't really be expected of the cleaning team, and as your opportunity to get that check-in process nailed down. So when that guest checks in, there are zero problems. You get those reviews that are like, check-in was a breeze. I don't know if you've noticed, but as of, 2023 January, not only do you get 5 stars for check-in, or 4, 3, or 2, or 1, but then you can get like different call-outs for the check-in process. Was it seamless? Was it easy to figure out? How quickly did you get in? You want to nail all those opportunities.
All right, we're going to take you through this guest check-in inspection. And here's the deal. We had to learn all of this the hard way. We've got the calls. My door code isn't working. The Wi-Fi isn't working. Holy smokes, it's super cold in here. It's super hot in here. We fielded all of these calls before, and that's why we now do the inspection, and we have a bulletproof, should say foolproof.
It is foolproof.
It's a foolproof checklist that we have now to make sure that we're not receiving those calls.
We like to use Breezeway. That is an app that you can use, and you can upload all of your checklists. So they have checklists that you can just use and modify. But for our inspection, that's what you use. It's on our phone. So every single time, because I don't know about you, but I'm a busy gal. I got a husband, I got dogs, I got business partners. Things can pull me in a million directions. This list makes sure I don't forget anything so that guest arrival is going to be seamless.
Have no fear, this inspection should not take you that much time because you have an amazing turnover team that has got the cleaning dialed in. Now it's just time for you to loop through the property and make sure all those boxes are checked on your checklist.
So we want to go over the parts of the inspection as they relate to the check-in process. So there are other things on our list here that we're not going to dial into. This is really focusing on those things that ensure an amazing check-in experience. First things first, we want to make sure safety is dialed in. So we take a look up, we make sure that we see the green light on our smoke detectors. Once a month, you want to test those at least, and also make sure your fire extinguishers weren't used by the last guest and then put back. Make sure those are fully charged. Then we can get into the fun stuff.
All right, in the living room, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna check on our phones. We're gonna turn our Wi-Fi off, turn our Wi-Fi back on, make sure it's operable. We're also gonna turn the TV on and off. We're gonna make sure if you offer Netflix or some sort of streaming, you wanna make sure it's dialed in. You do not want to be getting this call because a lot of times it's simple. It's simple just having to do, unplug something and replug it in. Do it while you're in the house. Ensure they can get online immediately when they check in.
Okay, so there's a lot of things on my kitchen checklist that relate to the guest check-in, but those are the cleaning stuff. So today we're gonna focus on the guest experience. A lot of you, especially if you're hosting in vacation spots, people are really coming to kick back, you wanna make sure that you have a wine opener. I always make sure I have one of these. They're the easiest things to walk away, and all of my co-hosts, myself included, have these in our car in case they're missing, because you don't want to have to go to the store, or someone said they leverage TaskRabbit or what's that cart subscription place, whatever. You don't want to spend money when you don't have to, because these are a couple bucks. So just make sure these are in here. And then I always make sure too that we've got, my Starbucks is back there, but scissors, kitchen scissors in place as well. So just what about the kitchen that the guest is gonna immediately wanna make sure that they have access to? Maybe it's coffee for your spot. Maybe it's the extra freezer because it's summer and they're gonna be grilling a lot. Whatever that is for your guest, make sure it's working and dialed in and ready for them to use right away.
Wait, before you go, because we know you are all overachievers when it comes to hosting, here's one final tip for you. The morning after your guest checks in, you're gonna want to check in on them. You wanna invite them to let you know if there's anything you can do to improve their stay. Sometimes it's hard for a guest to wanna do that outreach and let you know, hey, this seems off or this didn't turn on. But if you reach out to them, it's much easier for them to just let you know, and then you can get ahead of it if there's any problems that they might have during their stay.